Namaste. Today's title of the sequence, just as it sounds, Nap on the Mat. Yes, how to make yoga a siesta. Actually, these are just techniques that I'm sharing for active rest positions. Some people would call it restorative yoga or yin yoga. There are actually complete class sequences with a series of these. But what I've done here is just selected 3 or 4 of my favorite go-to positions if I need to have a rest and relax, and at the same time get some benefit by putting the body in a slightly different position or uh, way in which it benefits a particular part of the body. So we'll cover hips, neck, abductors, and just general inversion, getting the blood circulating from bottom to top instead of top to bottom. So, okay, here we go. First thing we'll do, I covered this once before in another sequence. It's called the crocodile pose. I also like to refer to it as the watching television as a kid pose. So I'm just going to move the mat here a little bit so that's correctly. You can see all of me here, hopefully. So the idea here is just simply laying down the mat, and that's right, putting your head in your hands or your chin in your palms of your hand. And it's just like when we were little, staring up at the television, holding your head. This is an excellent posture to sort of set or recalibrate the back of the neck, especially if you've had a bad night's sleep before, or if you just want to rest here. It's very relaxing as you exhale. Just let the weight of the head or the chin fall into the palms of your hand with each exhale. You go deeper and deeper, even releasing a little bit of tension in the shoulders there. And this one, I've actually fell asleep in this position. 20 or 30 minutes is okay. You can't do yourself any harm. And it's a very nice way to also keep it in check. Good posture as well. So I'll just stay here for a moment. A couple of deep breaths. Remember, always yogic breathing through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Okay, and then just releasing, coming up, inhale. And there we go. Now, next one is for the hips. And this is a restorative yoga position that will come up in yin yoga or when there's the use of props. And this yoga brick is quite handy. If you don't have a yoga brick and you have strong hands, you can even use your fists underneath the flat part of the sacrum of the back. Now, to get into this one, the important thing is first lay down, heels in towards your glutes, like you're lifting up for half bridge, lifting up, and then insert the brick. Really, really important. Insert the brick after you're laying down the mat. Don't try to sit on the brick and lay into it. You could hurt yourself. So just a little yogic advice. And we'll put this right here, flat spot. And once you're there, shoulders should be flat, palms facing up, and the soles of the feet together. And another resting position that's very beneficial. This one is focusing on the hips specifically. So because you have a little bit of extra height here with the block, it gives added pull from the gravity on the knees there and opens the hips more. Now this one you might not stay more than 10 or 15 minutes. Just depends on what's comfortable for you, but it's quite a nice position as well for resting or an active rest or a power nap if you want to call it that. So stay here for some breaths. And now bring the knees together, lift the hips up, then remove the block. Perhaps after this one, you want to give yourself a little child knee hug and rocking side to side. This releases any tension on the lumbar there, and just as nice thing to do for ourselves after a bit of time there on the brick, on the block. Okay, now coming up, the next three, all three resting positions will be here against the wall. So I'm going to move the mat a little bit just to have space, particularly for the abductor one. And the most important key element here is getting yourself as close to the wall as possible. Glutes touching the wall if you can. And the first one is the most simple, just legs straight. Now, what is the benefit here? Well, here you're getting the benefit of doing an inversion, like a headstand, but without the effort or the balancing requirements needed for that. And you can do it while you're resting. So you'll be here sleeping 10, 15, 20 minutes even, and you're getting recirculation of the blood in a different way that really, really helps, particularly the mind, the heart. It has a lot of benefits to be in this position here. Also, what I've noticed is being in this resting position 15 minutes, when you wake up or when you activate yourself, you feel like you've rested for 2 hours. So it's really quite nice. So I highly recommend this one. So stay here for some breaths. And again, I would have the feet 90 degrees, palms facing up, and eyes closed. And now to come out of this one, just bend the knees, coming down to one side. Put your hands underneath your head like a little pillow. Just stay here for a moment and relax. And then come back up. Now we're going to go back in the same position, but this time we'll work on the abductors. So just close to the wall again. Same starting position, palms facing up, but this time separating the feet all the way out. You want to feel like you're sliding in the backs of the heels. And if you feel a lot of pressure there, I think just bring the legs in a little bit. Wait for your body to adjust to the gravity that's pulling you down. And on an exhale, for example, maybe find a little bit more space and you can go a bit deeper. But this one can be quite intense. So find a spot that's sustainable and you can still maintain a calm face and even a smile as you're resting here. And you get the same benefits as the previous resting pose, but with the added attention to getting some opening there on the abductors. So stay here for a few breaths. And the final resting go-to pose will be the last one. So now let's just pull our feet here together. Maybe shake off any effects there with a window wiper, inverted window wiper. And now just keeping everything where you are, situated on the mat, laying down. Have the feet together like a butterfly. And now pushing just gently on the tops of the knees, the sides of the knees rather, with the palms of the hand and the elbows just below. This is a really nice one for the hips, and you can just go and adjust at your comfort level, how deeply, meaning how far you bring your heels in, or to what extent you push on the knees. So it's just self-adjustment here. Go with what's comfortable. And as you hold this for a while with the breath, on the exhale, for example, you can maybe find a little bit more space and go a bit deeper. But I believe these postures are really nice ways to take advantage of a rest period and walk away with some extra benefits. And remember, no forcing or straining. I like to call it just gentle insistence. Coaxing our bodies to cede and give a little bit more, become a bit more supple with the breath and with a bit of patience. And now next inhale, release. And again, to finish, come to one side. Hands under the head as a pillow. Stay here for a moment. Deep breath, recalibrate. And both hands lift ourselves up. And that finishes our sequence today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And thank you for joining. Please subscribe to the Michael Sands Yoga, Skateboard, and Meditation channel and some travel experiences. And hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Namaste.